Hello there, I am John Harder from Delhi, Ontario, Canada. And in this video, we want to have a closer look at how our monetary system works and why cryptocurrencies were created, like Bitcoin, which was the original one. In this video, I will be focusing on one particular cryptocurrency, even though I will be mentioning a little bit about others as well. But there's a reason why we're focusing on a particular one at this point, and I will explain more of that as we go. So, slide 1, understanding currencies. In this video, we will take a closer look at what currencies are, how we use them, and how they make us either rich or poor. What money really is. The money we currently use is nothing more than a medium of exchange. There is nothing of any value behind it. The only value it has is our belief in it. Not only is this not backed by any, not only is it not backed by anything of any value, it is expensive to make, and if you think that was bad, wait till you see this. It is a debt-based system. Henry Ford. It is well enough that the American people do not know how the banking system works. For if they did, I believe there would be a revolution before tomorrow morning. Every time money is printed, the nation goes deeper into debt with a promise to be paid back by present and future generations. It is a debt-based system. Do you know that your newborn children and grandchildren are already in debt? But there are two other factors that increase a nation's debt even faster, which are deficit spending and fractional reserve lending. What is deficit spending? Deficit spending is money the government spends on public works and social programs and war. What is fractional reserve lending? Fractional reserve lending means when you make a deposit into your bank account, the bank gets to lend out most of the money you have deposited. Most of the money you have deposited. Some banks are limited to 90% lending, and some can just lend it all out. Why does your account show the full amount then? What your account is showing is not your money. The bank replaces your money with IOUs, with IOU notes. So it still shows the amount in or on your balance. Let's break this down. When you deposit $100 into your bank account, the bank turns around and lends out 90% or up to 100% in some cases, but we're using a scenario of 90%. 100 plus 90 equals 190. So now the bank just stole $90 from you, and it now charges someone else interest on that 90% of your money. How is that for a monetary system? monetary system must melt. The very fact that every dollar that comes into existence must be paid back by the very fact that every dollar that comes into existence must be paid back with interest means that the debt is always bigger than the money supply. As more money comes into existence, the increase of debt goes higher. This keeps on until inflation melts the entire system. So I'm going to inject just a little bit here, more than what I wrote on the slide, because this may be a little difficult for some people to understand. And the reason I say that is because it was mind-boggling to me at first. Because when you deposit money in the bank and the bank gets to lend out most of that money, well, let's look at this a little closer, because when you borrow money, you have to pay back interest on every dollar that you borrow. Not only pay back interest, you have to pay back the money with interest on top of that money. What has the bank just done? What have they lent out to someone else? Do you see any of that interest? No, no, hell no. Not only don't you see any of that interest, you have to pay fees on your bank account in every transaction and everything. And so it is outright extortion. So how to protect yourself? This is kind of interesting. So number one, and this is just what I do. It doesn't mean I'm not giving any advice that that's what you should do. You make up your own mind what you want to do. But this is what I do, and it certainly has been paying off. I have no idea really how much it has paid off, but I will just say this: I make more in cryptocurrency in a week than I did a year, than I made in a year just before I got into this, and which is only a couple of years ago, actually. Only last year, only in 2017 is when I began making money with cryptocurrencies. And I make more now in a week than I ever did before in a year. So yeah, I would say cryptocurrencies. But anyway, it's up to you. So cryptocurrencies are not borrowed into existence. For one, cryptocurrencies are being used to pay for goods and services in many places in the world. And I am right now more referring to that one particular one that I said before, because there is something quite special about this currency. And so are being used for goods and services around the world, increasingly so, and there is no interest owing on it when it's made. Does not get borrowed into existence, so it's not a debt-based system. You don't owe anything on it. And so I'm saying that this may be the best option, but of course, like I said, make up your own mind what you want to do. So then we have the second option, buy gold or silver. Now, I know some people that are quite hung up on this, and I'm not giving any suggestions that it's not a good idea. What's blocking me is the fact that gold and silver has been confiscated by governments quite often before, and you know, taken from you when they know that you have any. And of course, how wouldn't they know? Because it all has to be registered. So gold and silver, in my opinion, are not really the answer. I am not saying that that I wouldn't make any investments in it. Sure, I probably would, but that wouldn't be my main focus. So then the next one, what we have here is buy gold or silver. Oh, that is the gold or silver. So the next option we have, just don't do anything. Don't prepare. Just let it ride. Just wait. Just wait and see. Wait and see, right? Just trust the banks and lose your shirt. You could do that. So the monetary system is bound to melt down under its own weight of debt. It is only a matter of inflation catching up. It's only a matter of inflation catching up to kill the entire system. So there are two types of cryptocurrencies. When you start exploring cryptocurrencies, there are two types, and everybody seems to be exposed to the first one first, the type that is the same as Bitcoin itself. So almost all cryptocurrencies, they are on trading exchanges where you can cash in on gains and losses, which if you like gambling and you wanna you wanna stake some money on that, uh, I've done it, and I'm actually still doing some of that, and I have made some pretty good money. I've also taken some pretty good losses. So I mean, all in all, yes, I have made money with that too. But the currency that I'm talking about, you don't just lose. It doesn't fluctuate like others do. It's a stable currency. It goes up until it reaches its ultimate price and then stays at that price. So what I'm in this video calling the two different types of cryptocurrencies are market-based and abundance-based. So the market-based, there are floating currencies, cryptocurrencies, meaning that the coins are in exchanges fluctuating in price, which makes them unstable, thus making them inconvenient for use in the marketplace or for business. Then we have an abundance-based cryptocurrency. This type of currency does not fluctuate in price. It only goes up until it reaches its ultimate price, then remains at that price. So, if you haven't guessed it yet, this slide reveals the huge, grand secret. Yes, the billion coin. TBC is a cryptocurrency that was built to lift humanity out of poverty. And boy, has it done that already for many people. This coin has already helped more poor people than any other ever has in human history. More worldwide millionaires have been created by TBC than any other currency. Even some billionaires already. You getting excited yet? I think you're probably noticing that I'm kind of excited about it. So anyways, the billion coin. Many people are already using TBC to pay for goods and services, in some cases even properties. The TBC community is working hard to make the billion coin a mainstream currency. People who buy it now will still gain their value back many times over, just by the price increase. The coin will still double in price 9 more times. So you could do the math easily, that if you bought, say, $100 worth of coin today, if you do the math, it will double 9 more times, which I actually did. I didn't write the number down, but it is 50-some thousand dollars that $100 would get you if you bought $100 worth of coin. So by the time we reach the ultimate price, that $100 would have climbed all the way up to 50-some thousand dollars worth of coin. So if that makes sense to you. So finally, the last slide here. And how high will TBC go? TBC is now worth $3,421,249.46 and cents 4648 US dollars per coin, and will keep going up until we reach 1 billion euros per coin. And that's, at that point, the coin will lock in at its ultimate price. Claim your free gift of TBC coin by scanning the QR code, or visit cryptotbc.com to claim your free gift. I have a free gift for you.
The billion coin, the billion coin, the billion coin industry. Fairly and globally, the billion coin TBC. To serve one another with love and respect, and we use the billion coin, full of abundance, prosperity, with the billion coin community. The billion coin, the billion coin, the billion coin industry. Fairly and globally, the billion coin TBC. To lift people out of poverty, hunger and misery, they accept our offer of free membership within the billion coin community. Enjoy all the benefits of using the billion coin, a completely decentralized cryptocurrency. The billion